Welcome to Pro Charts. This is the Commodities edition. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at verifiedinvesting.com. So the CPI came in a little bit better than expected. That actually put pressure on the US dollar and it actually dropped, which is why we're getting a bid in a lot of these metals that we're going to cover. So let's dive right into the charts to see where some support and resistance levels are on the chart of gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and copper. All right, so I like to use the futures contracts. So GC1, downsloping trend line, pivot top here, price consolidation right in this area. Here was another pivot after a sell-off in GC1, came back up. And as you can see, we're respecting this downsloping trend line. So technically, we are down in a downtrend on GC1. So this is really the line in the sand. As long as price action stays below this downsloping trend line, then all of a sudden we can see a further sell-off. For me, the next level of support is going to be this low pivot right here in the charts at 3902.5. And this is going to be a major pivot in the charts for GC1. And the reason I say major pivot is because I like to see what price action did after it took out some pivot highs, which was right here at about 43.97. So this level right here, after this move to the upside, it was a 44% move to the upside on GC1. And now all of a sudden, if we drop about 30%, people are going to be scooping this up, knowing that this was previous support. And so that's why this is my level at 3902.5. Now, if we do start flushing that level, I have another secondary major support level, and that's sitting right here about $3,500. What I like to see is price that got rejected again, and then made this breakout to the upside, consolidated, and continue to push higher. So if we break this level at 3902.5, then all of a sudden we're going to see a further sell-off in gold futures. But right now, the level that we're watching is this downsloping trend line here. So this is going to be putting a lot of pressure on the price action of gold futures. If we can break above that, take out this low pivot point right here at 4,100, then all of a sudden we're going to see a move all the way up to 42.17. If we can do that in 2 consecutive days or 3 days, then all of a sudden this downsloping trend line resistance will flip into support. And so then you would wait for a retrace all the way back down to this broken trend line. And then you would look to play this at around $4,000. Palladium, PA1, nice downsloping trend line. Pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit, price consolidated right underneath it. And then all of a sudden we're getting this nice bid to the upside. Like gold, we have to take out this high pivot point. Even though we're closing above it, or it looks like we may close above it today, this doesn't trigger a long play. What we need again to happen is 1315.5 to be taken out, make a move all the way up to this resistance level around 1381.5, and then we wait for a retrace. Patience can play off if we get the right selling conditions. We wait for a retrace all the way back down to about 1232. Right now, this downsloping trend line is still resistance. On the way down, I'm looking at this this high pivot point, low pivot point, little pivot low, $1,100 as far as my next level of support if this downsloping trend line stays intact. Let's jump into silver. Silver, similar downtrend. All these metals are in current downtrends. You got a pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit. Look at how price is consolidating right underneath it. We did get above this low pivot point, so it did look like the bulls were going to take charge. However, we have this primary downsloping trend line that has capped price action, and so this has to be respected until it's fully broken with a continuation move. So a couple of different things need to happen. First off, downsloping trend line needs a break. Then we need to recapture 61.17 on SL1. Then all of a sudden we can start breaking out. On the downside, major support level on at silver futures. Pivot low here, pivot high here, secondary hit. We haven't come back in and retested it after we made this breakout with continuation move at 53.450. But look at the drawdown from the highs. People were still stuck in this trade thinking that this was going to go to $300. So if it gets into this level, this would be a 55 to 56% drawdown on the chart of silver. And that is going to be a major support level. If you even went out a little bit further, that was a previous all-time high where people got stuck in this trade. And so once we broke out of that, then all of a sudden that's going to be support. So PL1 Platinum futures is doing a little bit better job of breaking an uptrend or a downtrend. Pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit, fourth hit. Price got above it, but never closed with a continuation move above this low pivot. And as you can see, we still have to get above this low pivot right here at 1705.8. So the way you would play this is a couple different ways. You've got a major support level sitting at 1519.3. If price action does get into this level, this could be your long level, knowing that if it does close below this support on PL1, you could just exit the trade and then look for your additional support level. And that would be all the way down to this low pivot point at around 1271.1. So that again would be the other secondary major support level if this primary one does fail to hold the price. HG1, so copper futures. Copper futures is the only one that's really acting more bullish. Pivot low here, secondary hit, price consolidated on top of it. But here's the thing to notice, right? And this is why playing a retrace can be pretty critical. This upsloping trend line did break down. As you can see, it never made a continuation move to the downside, and it never broke below low pivots. This is keeping the bullish sentiment in this chart. So now all of a sudden we got a breakdown with continuation move. So if it does get back up into this resistance upsloping trend line, right about 6.752, this is going to be a ton of resistance. The nice thing about it is if it does get up into that level, then all of a sudden you have a clear entry price and a clear exit price. And when you're trading, having both of those as already mapped out reduces the amount of decisions that you have to make. Your exit would be a recapture of the upsloping trend line on a daily closing basis. All of a sudden, it is still opening the door to further downside. If we don't get back here, your long level is sitting at about 5.8455. You're going to have this gap in the charts that was created on the 5th May 2026. So once this price action gets into that level, then you should have a lot of buyers stepping up. Once that fails, though, copper is heading much, much lower. You zoom out in the charts, you got a pivot top here, secondary pivot, price consolidated, made this huge move to the upside. So ultimately, I do think copper HG1 is coming down to 5.2630. Doesn't mean I'm entering a short play yet. I'm waiting for additional resistance, and that would be this upsloping trend line. Because again, it gives me a clear entry price and a clear exit strategy going forward. So no chasing, just waiting for my levels. And that's what I have for you guys. If you could do me a favor, just go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. And then ring that bell so you get notified when these videos drop. And we'll see you next time in the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.